Hello all, welcome back to Learn the Concept to the part 2 of the Google Forms exercises that we are doing with Excel. I hope you all have gone through part 1 where we have done some basic cleaning of the data and separated out the name and designation from one column to two separate columns using the text to columns feature of Excel. If you have not gone through it, please search for the part 1 of this video and you will get to know the procedure there. Now, as I mentioned in the last part, our objective is to basically get the average of the responses to question 1, question 2 and question 3 separately by each designation. So as you can see, there are multiple designations available here: instructor, manager, finance, marketing, HR, etc. And we want to know by designation what is the average value of the response to each of these questions. Okay, and that was the basic reason why we separated out the name and designation from one column to two separate columns in the first place. Now I'm going to show you one method of doing this in this part of the video, and you can let me know in the comments another way or other ways of doing the same thing, because as is true in Excel, there is always more than one ways to do one particular thing. So the approach which I'm going to tell you today would involve some kind of a deduplication and some kind of a lookup. Okay, so first of all, we need to find out what are the unique designations available in the organization, right? Because we need only one row per designation. So what we'll do is we'll copy this data. I'm pressing Ctrl+C on my keyboard to copy. I will paste it here because somewhere below, because I want to see the results there. So what I'll do here is Ctrl+Alt+V. This will give me paste special dialog box. I'll just select values and OK. Now you could have just done a Ctrl+V also, but I like to do the Ctrl+Alt+V route because it always forces me to think of what kind of a paste I want to do, and sometimes it is very important to not to use the correct type of paste, right? Not to use formulas where we want values and not to use values where we want formulas. Okay, so now that we have it, what we'll do is we'll select all the unique designations which are there and use this function of Excel called remove duplicates. So we'll go to the data tab and we'll do remove duplicates. Okay, it says the column that we want to remove duplicates from is designation, and we'll say OK, and you can read the dialog box which says 4 duplicate values are found and removed, 6 unique values remain. So now instead of 2 HRs, for example here, we have only 1 HR, and instead of 2 marketings, we have only 1 marketing. So we have the unique designations here on the rows. Now what I'll do is I will just copy and paste this here in my columns. Okay, so this is the this basically is the structure in which we want the result. So we want the average response for question 1 for the instructor, question 2 for the instructors, and question 3 for the instructors. Okay, so similarly for managers, finance, all of the unique designations, we want the average of the response for each of the questions here. Okay, so now as you know, an average or a mean as we call it is basically defined as the sum by count, right? So the sum of the things that we want to compute the average of divided by the number of the count of that particular thing. So what we will go ahead and do is we will use the sum function. Okay, but we cannot use directly the sum function because what it will end up doing is it will end up adding all of the numbers which are there in column D, right? So if I do this, I will end up adding all of the numbers which are there in column D. I do not want to do that. I want to add up only those numbers which belong to this particular designation of the row that we are talking about. So how do we do it? Excel has a function called SUMIF that we can use here, right? So the parameters that go into the SUMIF function are the range, criteria, and sum range. So the range here is basically the criteria range. Okay, it's not the range of the numbers that we want to sum, but rather the range of the range of the cells which contains the condition formula, so to say, or the condition cells, right? So here it would be the designation cells. So we will select all of this and we'll take care to fix this, right? So that the formula does not move here and there as we copy to the other cells towards the right and towards the bottom. Now the criteria is basically we want to select those rows from here which have instructor as the designation. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do that, and here I can take care to fix the column E, because I also need to drag the formula to my right, and the moment I drag the formula to my right, if I do not fix E, it will become F in the next column and G in the column next to that. We do not want to do that. We want to keep the column E fixed, and hence I have used $E16 here. The third is simply your question 1 response. Again, I'll go ahead and fix this so that the range does not move around. Okay, so this is my SUMIF. Similarly, I want to count the number of rows here which have instructor as a designation, right? Because as we saw that the average of the mean is equal to the sum divided by the count. So here again, if I use just a count function, I will end up counting all the number of rows which are here, that is all the 10 rows. But I do not want to do that. I want to use a count if function here, or a conditional count function here, right? So notice that it only has the range and criteria. It does not have any sum range or any other parameter like that. It is just a simple count function. So what we want to do is we want to count in this range. Again, fix it. How many times does instructor appear here? Okay, oops, so go ahead and fix it and do a comma, move on to the next parameter which is in bold, and that is the criteria. Again, I will select E16, and again I will fix E16 here. Okay, and do this. Now here you see that instructor has only one row here, so you will get the average Q1, Q2 and Q3 response exactly equal to 5, 3 and 2, right? So what I'll do is I'll just copy and I'll do a Ctrl-Alt-V, and this time I'm going to paste formulas, right? So I'll press F here and paste the formula here. Now you see it's a bit, so we end up with 5 in each of these columns, and that is because we have not fixed the column. We have fixed the column D here. We should not have done that. We can just unlock the column D, and now this formula can be copied over to the right as well, and to the entire range as well, right? Remember to paste formulas. Okay, so now we see that manager response has become 1.5, 4.5 and 4.5. We can validate that these values are correct. Okay, so if we just manually see manager question 1 combination, we see one response has a value of 2 and the other response has a value of 1. So the average has to be 1.5, right? Similarly, 4 and 5 average is 4.5, 5 and 4 the average is 4.5. We can just pick up the HR question 3 also and see, right? So HR question 3, one is this one and the other one is this one. So 3 and 4, our average is 3.5. So here we have sort of achieved that we want what we wanted to achieve, right? Just to make it very clear, we can write average, and we can just make it a bit prettier with all our borders, and we can do a center alignment. Okay, so this is the result that we wanted, and this is what we have achieved. This is just one way of doing this in Excel. I'm sure many of you would also know of other ways. Please let me know in the comments what other way you think is there to solve this problem. We will cover the other way in the next part of this video. For more such content, please stay tuned to our channel, and please let me know in the comments if you're interested for one-to-one classes with Learn the Concept. Thank you. See you in the next video.